Hi, I'm Father Cedric Bazania. Thank you for joining us in this program. Every second week of Lent, we hear about this radiant vision, the transfiguration of Jesus. This comes from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 9. After 6 days, Jesus took with him Peter, James, and John and led them up a high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured before them. His garments became glistening, intensely white. This is my beloved Son. Listen to him. And suddenly, looking around, they no longer saw anyone with them but Jesus only. Every second week of Lent, every second Sunday of Lent, we hear about this radiant transfiguration. We are taken from the desert up to the mountaintop, and it happens every second Sunday of Lent. Now, why is it that we're taken from the desert to the mountaintop so quickly? I want to submit to you two main reasons. First of all, as I've said in the first program, the first Sunday of Lent, I want you to know that Lent is a season of grace. It's not about our determination. It's about all of us will stand before the glory of God, and so we have a destination in mind. And then, and this is why Lent is a season of grace. We have this comforting, glorious, ecstatic religious experience. Of course, I'm using words here, but why do we have this every second week of Lent? You must understand, this vision is meant not only to give us a destination, a goal, and that's very, very, very important, and I led off with that. It's meant to strengthen us, need strength. Remember what I told you, it's not just about resolution, it's about revolution. And we can have a revolution as we receive God's grace and as we embrace this radiant vision of the transfiguration. What a scene that's given to us. It was St. Thomas Aquinas years ago. Lived in the 1200s. As you know, he was a priest, a doctor of the church, became a saint, St. Thomas Aquinas. And he was a writer, dozens and dozens of books. The Summa Theologica, of course. And then scripture commentaries, philosophical writings. For example, he has the 5 proofs for the existence of God, very rational, intellectual proofs. This is what he said about all of his writings. All these learned volumes, all these philosophical, theological works, he said, St. Thomas Aquinas, he said, all is straw. In other words, there are no words when it comes to God in the vision of his glory. The gospel falls all over itself in the words that it used, dazzling and brilliant and glorious. I mean, these are words that we have in our vocabulary, but bottom line is, if you've ever had a religious experience, you know there are no words. God is beyond language, even beyond our conscious ability to apprehend.